Cancer, hello, welcome to the greenhouse. My name is Sarah, and today we're going to do something a little bit differently. We're going to take a look at your energy, the person on your mind's energy, as well as the mutual energies between the two of you. And then at the end of the reading, I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from a fourth deck to symbolize each of the zodiac signs. So whether you're dealing with an Aries, Taurus, Virgo, whatever. So let's go ahead and look at your energy first, Cancer. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Go ahead and think about the person you want some clarity and information on at this time. I'm using the Weird Cat Tarot for your deck. I'm using the Rainbow Tarot for your person's deck and the Aleister Crowley Tarot for the mutual energy in between the two of you. But let's go ahead and look at your energy. What is Cancer's energy towards this person? The Emperor, we love that. In control. The Fool, wanting to maybe release a little bit of that control. The Hanged Cat, yeah, definitely like thinking about maybe changing something up here, Cancer. The Chariot, there you are. Three majors, the Emperor, the Fool, the Chariot. You are ready to take a leap of faith. The Hierophant, oh my goodness, yeah, you're ready to commit to something. Whether this is work or love or parenthood, something, you are ready. Temperance, healing, King of Wands, confidence. I don't know, dude, but this is really, really nice. If you are a Cancer masculine, I feel like this is you taking a leap to kind of like, I don't want to say like release machismo, but I feel like it's just like fully embracing your femininity, because the Chariot is all about a balance of opposites and being able to live like in a balanced, I hate saying that word all the time, but in a way that like you are taking all sides into consideration so that you can move forward, God damn it, balanced, you know, something like that. And I feel like it requires some kind of leap of faith though, so we'll have to see, because the Fool is definitely like a new chapter, and it's a little bit scary. Like sometimes the kitty cat has to jump from the tree to get to the bumblebee. You know what I mean? Like there's something about, I don't know if it's like an actual leap, like maybe you're like an adrenaline junkie to some capacity, but there's definitely like an adventure. The Chariot is also travel. So you might be taking a leap by like changing shit up and like living on the road. Who else did I think maybe it was Aries that I got like a nomadic kind of vibe from. But you're feeling like strong, you're feeling ready, you're feeling able, you're feeling like you know where you're going. And I just love that. I love that, Cancer. Very cool. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. All right, let's take a look at the person on Cancer's mind's energy. I feel like they have a little clunkiness to them, but I do like it. Maybe they're just a little slower to warm on this idea you have that you want to go full force with. Let's see. Person on Cancer's mind. Queen of Swords. Yeah, they want more information. But they're a great communicator. And Six of Cups, and you feel like you can talk about anything. This could be a sibling if it's not a romantic partner, because it's like soulmate energy, but it doesn't have to be, Two of Cups. It's probably romantic. It's probably romantic, or it's like your fucking bestie. Yeah, let's get more for this person on your mind. Queen of Swords. So we have Libra energy with the Queen of Swords, and we have the Page of Cups, which is a loving message. It's like sweetness, coming forward with sweetness, the world after an ending. Maybe you're making a leap to go towards somebody that there was an ending with, that like they put up boundaries that kind of went cold on you, but it made you get your shit together, and now you're ready to come forward with like real commitment. Something like that. I don't know. Or vice versa. Like this could be you and that could be them, you know? It's going to be different for everybody. Nine of Wands, yeah, I'm getting a little bit of guardedness. I'm getting a little bit of guardedness from this person. I do think that there is softness and there is love here, but it's in between feeling the need to look over their shoulder and make sure they're protected at all times and like having like a boundary first mentality. The Hermit, they're kind of in their own, well, what I heard was they're kind of in their own way at this time. But I feel like maybe this is like a spiritual timeout. And not to say that this person did anything wrong, but maybe they're like finally ready to address a certain pattern within themselves. And the heat just kicked on. Perhaps their coldness and how they do want to warm up. So they need to go inside and address certain beliefs and fears within themselves that cause them to feel like they always have to have their armor up and be looking over their shoulder and playing small in the love department, because really they have so much sun that they want to share. They have so much joy. This is Leo energy. This is also like inner child or straight child energy. So it's like, I don't know if this person is coming across like really disciplined and demure, but like what's the word I'm looking for, composed to the point of like stoicism. I don't think that's the real them though. I think that's the armor they show the world because they have this tender, innocent heart that needs protecting. So Cancer, I feel like as long as you explain to this person, like, nah, baby, it's not that I don't want you to like keep protecting yourself. It's that I want to protect you so you can enjoy yourself. That person would fucking melt if you painted it in that kind of way. But only say that shit if you mean it. Don't just be taking my words because they're smooth. You know what I'm saying? All right, Cancer, let's take a look at the mutual energy between the two of you guys. That was a good shuffle. That it feels like you guys blend well together. And this could actually, if it's not romantic, it could be some kind of counseling, some kind of group, some kind of project, because with the Hierophant and the Hermit on the bottom, like this is institutions and commitments and traditions, and the Hermit is like higher wisdom. So maybe you are like working one-on-one with somebody. Let me give myself enough room to shuffle here. All right, let's look at the mutual energy. We do have the Knight of Cups at the bottom though. So again, like every time I try to think like maybe it's not love, there's something to signify romance. So you might be trying to talk yourself out of it, or this person might be trying to talk themselves out of it, or there might be like a friend zone situation here. I don't know. Let's find out. What's the mutual energy between Cancer and the person on their mind? Felt like that wanted to come out, but I think that was the impulse, and it's like showing us how they don't want to act impulsively. You guys don't want to act impulsively. Dang. Okay, yeah. So Ace of Swords. Here's that breakthrough though. Clear communication. That's an aha moment. It could, like, listen, I don't want to say like it could be a fight, like a bad fight. I want to say like it could be like a good confrontation. Like, you know, when people come together in a movie and it's like, you know, why would you even want me, blah, 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 blah. They're like, God damn it, listen to me, I love you. You know, like that. Like that kind of moment. I'm picturing like Cher and Nicolas Cage in Moonstruck when they're outside of his apartment and he's like, we're here to destroy ourselves and love the wrong people, and like, you know, and she's like essentially like, fuck you, why are you right? You know, so there's something like that where maybe you have to like have that impassioned breakthrough, clear communication of like, this is what I want, these are my intentions, like, get in my bed. If you haven't watched Moonstruck, first of all, you're fucking up. Second of all, please go watch it, because I very much feel those vibes, and I think you would you'd get some good stuff out of it. It's a phenomenal movie. It's not just like your typical rom-com, awards were won. I'm not the one to tell you to go watch How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Like, I'm saying go watch Moonstruck. Good quality, all right? So, not to like overly defend my favorite movie, but it is what it is. Anyway, so the Ace of Swords, and then here we have the Sun again. So this is going to be a happy communication. Holy shit, then the Lovers and the Ten of Discs. What the fuck? Yes, like you want this, you want each other. Yeah, the Lovers, the Sun, the Ten of Discs. There's no better combination than those three cards right there. There just isn't. There just isn't. This is like divine alignment, but maybe needing to like rattle somebody into alignment and get them to stop blocking their own blessings. I can't remember what sign it was where it was like stop getting them in their own way. It might have stopped them from getting in their own way. It might have been Aries. My bad. I kind of dump out the readings when I'm done and move on to the next sign. But this is something that not only is it balanced and warm, but it also can go the distance with the Ten of Pentacles. This is something that can create generational wealth. But I do feel like that term is like really fucking overused. So I just want to say like this can create a lot of luxury for the life that you lead. Like this is you have your home, right? And your home is wonderful and it offers you everything you need, but you guys like can find a home anywhere in the world because you have each other. And as long as there's the warmth and the love for each other and that unconditional love and that alignment of the inner children, like, cause you know, the lovers here is depicted with the children and then it's like, here they are like in union once again. So this also could very well be twins. So if it's not, I would just say this Ten of Pentacles, if you're saying like, Sarah, I don't know what you're talking about as far as like a lot of money, like that's one of the issues is like that, you know, finances are a problem. Well, not to like, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but then be very careful if you guys do come back together and have that get in my bed moment, because you might get pregnant with twins and you're gonna need money for that. So definitely protect yourself if that's not what you're wanting to have happen. But again, so we have the Hierophant, the Hermit, and then the Star on the bottom of the deck. This is good. The more authentic you are, Two of Cups, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is really good. The more authentic you are with each other, the more this is gonna come forward, or I should say the more quickly it should come forward. I don't think there's anything that could stop this from coming forward. This feels like the universe is all over this when we have the Lovers, the Sun, and wealth. So let's just move on to the individual zodiac signs. Cancer, if you are dealing with an Aries, Cancer, if you're dealing with an Aries, the Strength card, they're holding themselves back. They are not, they're feeling like you're a test more than a blessing. With the King of Wands, they think you're here to tempt them out of their healing hermit wisdom phase. And they're looking at this like lust that needs to be tamed, not a connection that needs to be nurtured. So please don't lead wands heavy, flirt heavy, if you want to communicate seriousness to this person, because they're already seeing you as like a little promiscuous. Cancer, if you're dealing with a Taurus, the Sun, yeah, go for it. Very well could be dealing with the Taurus. Then we do have the Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck, though, which can be a little bit of illusion and delusion. So it's like the clouds need to clear in order for the sun to come out. So make sure you're communicating what the clouds are. Cancer, if you're dealing with a Gemini. Wow, Three of Swords. Not anymore. This could be an ex. I don't know. Ten of Pentacles. This is somebody maybe you thought you were building with. Or like you're really stressed about being able to build with this thing. I don't know, but there's a Three of Swords energy here. So somebody's not healed enough for this vision. Cancer, if you're dealing with a fellow Cancer. I'm going to keep going, though, in case one flies. But I felt like he kind of waved at us. Okay. So it is you. We have the Page of Cups and the Chariot. Yeah, so it'll start small, but it'll quickly pick up momentum. I like this Cancer on Cancer vibe. It seems very respectful and very slow, but make sure you guys aren't reading behind the lines too much. Just because you are intuitive and you can pick up on the vibe, still communicate, still hear the words, because like you got to make sure you're on the same page, you know. Cancer, if you're dealing with a Leo. Six of Swords and the Judgment. There's been a separation here. For some of you, I feel like it might be time to come back around and discuss feelings with the Queen of Cups on the bottom. But with the Queen of Cups on the bottom, I feel like it would have to be you to initiate that with Leo. And I don't think you want to. So if you want, I don't know if it's like a post-mortem breakup conversation to discuss feelings or whatever, so that you can move forward towards what's actually meant for you. Or maybe like, hey, maybe somebody has to have a breakup conversation before they can fully invest in somebody else, you know? But it just feels like you're going to have to be the one to initiate it. So don't hold your breath if you're thinking they're going to come around and be like, hey, can we talk about what happened? Like, they're waiting for you to do that. Virgo. Cancer is dealing with Virgo. Show me Virgo. Seven of Pentacles. They're really working on their investments at this time. And the Six of Swords, again, like they might have left to focus on work, or just, yeah, they have conflict about them. Their focus is on other things. And also like they're just not in a trusting place at this moment. Libra, we have the Lovers. And listen, the Queen of Swords is Libra. So this very well could be a Libra that you're connecting to, Cancer. But again, there's something about like with the Five of Swords and the Hierophant, maybe they had like a really bad first marriage or something. Nine of Swords, they're just kind of in their head, and they might be making up fights. This could be someone self-sabotaging a little bit, and this has to be you coming in like, listen, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not letting you go anywhere, so you're going to have to figure out a way to communicate these things to me without withdrawing so much, because if we're going to do this together, we're going to do this together, and that is my intention, and I'm going to need you to meet me here. I'm tired of having to meet you in an unhealthy spiral, you know? Like, there's also something about making sure that they're not making you pay for the sins of partners past. So have that conversation. That might be what you have to be, is like, listen, what have I understand that you have had bad experiences before, but what have I shown you to signify that I'm like any of those ain't shit people? Men, women, neither, both. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, that's not me. That's not the game I play. I'm the fucking emperor. Can you please see me? Like, you say you see me, but you're not seeing me. Like, there's something about that. What was that? Libra? Yeah. Scorpio. Cancer, if you're dealing with a Scorpio. Ten of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Again, there needs to be a clear communication on what it is you guys are building together, and then I think it's going to be, yeah, because here's the Queen of Swords. So you, Cancer, this really could be a Scorpio. And no one, like, not to, in any kind of bad way, but Scorpio does play hard to get, and that they're like, I need to be fucking sure. Like, they're going to make you work. You know what I mean? This is somebody guarding themselves, guarding their heart. Like, they're here to make you work, to prove to them that this is an investment. They might communicate a little bit sharply, though, with you. And I think that that's kind of going to bother you because, you know, you're Cancer. You're soft, you're sweet. And so, but that might be what you fight back on. Like, listen, I understand your intentions. I understand that, you know, it's precious cargo, so it needs to be protected. But you need to not, like, cut so deep. Like, I'm not the enemy here, sweetheart. Like, I'm trying to fucking court you. Can you warm up a little? You know, it's something like that. It's something like that. Or if this is you, that if that person comes to you, Cancer, and says something like that, I would listen, because I think they have your best intentions at heart, and they don't want you to get in your own way. Sagittarius. Cancer dealing with a Sagittarius. Five of Swords, the Hanged Man. They are still healing, recovering, trying to get clarity on some kind of fallout. So, Emperor, I don't know, they're just kind of watching you, seeing what you're doing. And this could, if you're dealing with the Sag, it could be the both of you and your masculine. And that's why you're having the issue. And the masculine is going to have to communicate to the feminine. I need you to step out of your masculine in order for me to fully embody it. and you can be safely in your feminine with me. And that would be what the Ace of Swords between the two of you is. Cancer, if you're dealing with a Capricorn. Cancer, if you're dealing with a Capricorn. Two of Pentacles. And the Lovers. Is this juggling? I don't know if this person like recently went through a Tower moment and they're trying to decide whether they need to keep healing or they want to invest in a new love. But I do feel like, again, then we have Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles. This person's still a little bit too closed off. And I know that we know that because we've already discussed that at length in this reading. But I feel like they haven't decided, yeah, the Devil, that's Capricorn energy. Are they going to decide to work on this? Queen of Wands, I think so. Three of Swords. Hanged Man. Yeah, they just have a couple more things to process, to release in this like recent breakup. Because I think with their intention, it's not like, oh, I want to be single. I don't want to like, you know, be hitched to anybody I was and it didn't go well. I don't think it's anything like that. I think it's Capricorn being like, wait a minute, has enough time passed? Because I want to make sure this isn't a rebound because I'm not that guy or I'm not that girl or I'm not that person. Okay? Whenever I see strong Tower, Three of Swords breakup energy, though, I gotta like shuffle it out of the deck before we move on to the next sign. Yeah, and the Devil's on the bottom still with Justice. So they're gonna come through correct, I think. Aquarius. We have the Seven of Cups and the Hierophant. They have illusions around what they want or illusions around what commitment is in general to them. I feel like Three of Pentacles, like they want to work on something, but then they're afraid of the end game to whatever degree that is. Or like Seven of Cups, I don't know. Like they don't know. I don't think they know what they're looking for, but they want depth at the same time. So I would just get clear, but like, if you don't know why, if you don't know if you know if you want commitment or not, tell me why. Because then they'll explain to you what they're afraid of. And then that gives you the specifics to address as far as like, okay, well, where did I say, you know, I'd want to be attached to each other's hips 24/7? Like that, you have ideals around commitment that are not what I'm asking for, like at all. Like I reject those notions as well, homie, you know, something like that. And lastly, Cancer, if you're dealing with a Pisces. Two of Cups, go for it. Hierophant. See like that's that different energy. Like this person's ready for this commitment. Seven of Cups, like the illusions are behind them. They've gotten clear. They know what's for them. Three of Pentacles, they want to work on this. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, they're protected, but they're I'm coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Pisces, you guys always come in with the song, so thank you for that. All right, Cancer, I really appreciate you for being here. I hope you got something out of this reading. If you did, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I do super appreciate it, and feel free to drop a comment on what this was for you in your life or what sign it is you're dealing with. I do really appreciate getting to connect with you guys. I hope I get to see you next time. And as always, if you want a personal reading, description box has my email address. All right, see you next time.